Luigi Mangione in Manhattan courtroom this morning pleads not guilty to state charges for the murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. This is on top of the federal charges he already faces. We want to get right to our own Allie Bauman, who was inside the courtroom for the arraignment. Allie, what was it like inside?
Well, Mary, Luigi Mangione seemed to be listening intently in court today as his attorney told the judge that she believes his rights are being violated and how law enforcement and lawmakers are handling this whole situation. His counsel is vowing to fight the charges against him.
How do you plead to this indictment, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty to the 11 state charges against him, including first-degree murder and furtherance of terrorism. This is the first time we've been allowed to have a camera inside the courtroom with him. Mangione walked into court cuffed with his head up, scantily acknowledging the rows of reporters, as well as many young women from the general public who came to support him. His defense attorney, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, told the judge she is worried about Mangione's right to a fair trial, saying he's being treated like a human ping pong between two jurisdictions. This, of course, comes 4 days after Mangione was extradited to New York from Pennsylvania and appeared in federal court for murder and stalking. Agnifilos also had choice words for Mayor Eric Adams over the display we saw Thursday when Mangione landed in New York, flanked by dozens of armed officers and the mayor overseeing.
There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone about the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded when he dealing with his own issues. And frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione.
Well, Mangione's defense attorney also asked to extradite the discovery process, which prosecutors say involved thousands of hours of video. Now, bail today was set as at $1, but that's purely symbolic because he's already being held in federal prison without bail. And now his next court appearance for the state court here is set for February 21st. Mary?
Allie Bauman. Allie, thank you. And joining us now to bring more context to the case is Rich Schoenstein. He's partner with Tarter Krinsky and Drogan LLP. I want to ask you what you think of Mangione's attorney's comments.
Well, I think she's doing a good job. You know, she's a very experienced former prosecutor, a very talented lawyer. She's looking to protect her client's constitutional rights, and she's making the point that he's innocent until proven guilty. He's entitled to a fair trial, and she's saying the mayor shouldn't be running around and other government officials condemning him before he's had his day in court. I think that's a valid point.
Do you think they'll try to move the trial to another jurisdiction?
Yeah, they might consider trying that. I think that would be hard to do. You know, New York City is big and diverse and has a fantastic jury pool. Great people serve on juries in New York City. I don't really see this trial being done somewhere else.
As Allie Bauman mentioned, there were many supporters of Mangione outside. Do you think public pressure playing a role in any of this happening so quickly?
Sure. Well, the public nature of it surely is pushing this forward pretty speedily compared to some other prosecutions, other criminal prosecutions. I don't know about those supporters outside. I think they're misplaced. This is someone who allegedly shot a person in cold blood in the back on the street. He is nobody's hero if indeed he is guilty of those charges, but that may come into play in the way it's being handled.
So we hear the next court date could be February. What can we expect at that time?
Well, I think right now that the defense is going to continue challenging the prosecution to do everything it has to secure a valid conviction, meaning turning over evidence and that kind of thing. And that's the stuff you would expect to come up at the next court hearings. Has the prosecution turned over the evidence? Has the defense gotten everything they need? How is this going to be scheduled going forward? And when are we getting to a trial?
Rich Schoenstein, thank you so much for joining us. And stay with CBS News New York, continuing coverage on Luigi Mangione's court appearance, as well as those future court dates, and read the full legal complaint against him on our website, cbsnewyork.com.